I guess, what does this honor mean to you to be here tonight?
Everything. It sums up everything that we thought about. Just coming here. You come, you want to be a focal point, you want to be helpful, but when you leave, you want to be legendary. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it was a blessing to be recognized with the greats. You know what I mean? It's like, God, man. All the way back to Jimmy Nipper. There's a lot of greats that have been through here. So for me, it's like it's a long time coming. Been waiting now, but I'm glad that the wait's over. It's a lot of weight off my shoulders. It's a lot of tears that have been placed in this. A lot of blood, a lot of sweat, a lot of tears. I mean, a lot. It was at one point I thought I was never going to be a Bearcat again, and here I am. People are telling me that there will be no number one. There won't be another Mardy. For me, it's a blessing.
You, when you think back to those days in your car, sleeping in the driver's seat, was what does being here now mean to you, knowing what you had to go through to get here? You're good, brother.
It's good practice for you, too.
I thought I wasn't going to never make it, man. I took a chance that I couldn't even see the future in, you know what I'm saying? I really, really, really wanted to be a Bearcat, man, bad. You know what I'm saying? And for having everything that wasn't my fault, when I was ineligible that year. But the type of brotherhood that we had amongst ourselves in that 2005 class, I wouldn't tell on my brother. And sitting in there, the things that I seen in the streets, around the city, around campus that was going on. And I seen everything out that window. Everything came out that window, peeking out that window, hoping I can actually, I go to sleep, I can wake up, I thought it was never gonna have a chance. Now here I am again. My name is Mitch. So it was a blessing just knowing that it's a blessing that I'll forever have a C-Paw next to my name. It'll be I am Cincinnati football, and I showed that. I am everything that whatever any coach would tell you on a recruiting trip. I'm total opposite of what this NIL transfer thing is. I didn't give a damn what it was, how it looked. I wanted to be a Bearcat bad. I am Bearcat. That's the best way I can sum it up.
Coach D'Antonio is the one that took your scholarship, but you give him a lot of credit for you being here and being recruited and doing what you did.
Coach D gave me an ultimatum my freshman year, about halfway through the year. He said, Marty, I need you to take care of business. We need to have you. You are really talented. I told you that when we recruited you in the recruiting process, and I didn't hold up my bargain, bottom line. And Coach D was a guy that was big on character, big on accountability, even more than character, to be honest. And he held me accountable, and I took it on the chin. Like I said, we had a brotherhood amongst our brothers, man. And I looked at Coach, I was like, I'm sorry, but one, I'm not telling on nobody. One, two, Coach, you said, hell, do this, I didn't do it. So whatever my punishment is, Coach, I'll take it on the chin. That's what it was. So I had to take a year ineligible, practicing, making plays at practice, and yelled at for making the plays at practice because I should be able to make them on Saturdays. So going through that whole spill was something that, again, I wouldn't change it. No, I wouldn't change it.
Marty, what is your
number one memory that comes to your mind when you think about your time at UC?
Terrell Bird and Marcus Wall. And this has nothing to do with football like that. Terrell Bird and Marcus Wall lift off every squat day and every bench day that we had in the weight room. You got to think where I'm from. Like 315 is like the thing. 350, you the man, right? I didn't even know that an Olympic bar could bend, right? So about 2-3 weeks in, we had a chance to get in with the offense and the defense together, you know. And they just kept throwing plates on, and kept throwing plates on, and some more plates. You know, before I know it, it was like, I think it was 505 or 510, something like that. And Terrell Bird and Terrell's like this tall, man, you know what I'm saying? But he's buff with it, you know? And I didn't know at the time, you know, he's USA Today National Defensive Player of the Year, you know, I didn't know he had all this credit, you know what I mean? So he gets under there, and he's like, lightweight. I'm like, lightweight? The bar's still not bending, but it's two guys. Again, I never seen a spot with one guy on one side and the other guy on the other side. It's always been one guy behind him, you know what I mean? So they lift it, and when they let it go, the bar just bent. I was like, oh. And Bird brought it down, put it up, I think 2 or 3 times, you know, and racked it, like, yeah. And then Marcus Wall comes. Marcus Wall's like, you know, he's, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Again, just a musclehead, man. And those guys getting into that rack and watching that weight, that bar bend and just hex over like this. And, you know, you got the strongest other guys that's on the team. They're the ones that's kind of right there. I thought, like, right then and there, yeah, we finna have a good year. I guess that was 1B is the first time the only time we lost to Miami. I was blocking towards the sideline, and I got annihilated. The dirtiest shot still to this day that I've ever seen. It's one of the linebackers on that team. He caught me up under the chin at that time. It was on kick-off return, if I'm not mistaken. And he caught me on the chin, split it, you know. Shout out to Bob Mangine. He brought me over. You know, Bob shot me up, you know, sold me up, and was like, welcome to college football. You know what I'm saying? So those will probably be the number one things. I mean, outside of, everybody knows the kickoff returns and, you know, those things, but it's the stuff that y'all didn't see, man. You know, just us being able to hang out with each other and be a brotherhood with each other. You know, I say this more than anything. Like that 05 class, the best class of football, best set of football we'll probably ever see in a set of class of any guys. Not just because I was in it, but the rest of the guys. You know what I mean? 2, the time that we spent together. You know what I mean? So we decided to not leave in the summertime, just hang with each other. If guys didn't have, you know, nowhere to stay, the guys that had off-campus housing, you guys come to my house, you know, make a pallet on the floor, sleep on the couch, whatever it is, you know, we're good. No need for no food money. I cook all the time, so we good, you know what I mean? You know, we literally did everything together. If you were on the team and you went somewhere, you come in, you're gonna have at least 15, 20 of us with you. Because we held each other accountable. We didn't want nobody getting in trouble. You know, if someone was to get in trouble and we could have had guys with them, we needed every piece that we had. We knew we needed every piece. So we couldn't afford to lose any pieces to any foolishness, you know what I mean? So yeah, those two.
What was your favorite jump into the student section, and should we expect that tomorrow?
Final question.
Student section gonna see me. They're gonna see me and my son, you know, little Mardy, he's running around here somewhere. But they'll see both of us in the student section, of course. You know, of course.
All right, thank you, Marty.
Thanks, Marty.
We got one more.